Hello everyone, today I have a fucking treat for yous. Before we get on to the main trains, I have a few boxes I want to show you, and a fucking riveting, hold on. Okay, so here it is. This is the train set I had growing up. I look something like this lad here. Just imagine me having no pants and my uncle being 6 feet inside me. You see on the side there, Thomas the Tank Engine. And there you got a lovely picture here of Jeremy, Mike and Fred. Lovely. On the back end it's about the same. Pretty cool. I had this one sitting around for years. Figured I'd show it off to you. Quite nice, quite large too. If I had to compare it to anything that's relatively easy to understand size wise, I suppose I could put up a train character like Thomas there. Or if I would be a bit more personable, I could say compared to me Johnson, something like that. Not a big fan of the gay people myself. Right then, here's a later one. Real Sounds playsets. Pretty cute. This did actually make sounds. I don't remember what sounds they were. I just remember pressing the buttons over and over again to drown out the noise of my parents fighting in the room over. You can see there, this is a bit of a later one. Quite nice though. That's where I got me this Thomas from. Sorry if you heard all those cans. It's all the alcohol I've been drinking. I'm much of an alcoholic. I'm following in the footsteps of me granddad. But yeah, that's where I got this Thomas from. You can see. They look the same, because they are the fucking same. You fucking retard. Also got me a couple boxes of the characters. This one's for Boko. I just realized it doesn't make any sense because this is a US box. Although I'll pretend that didn't happen. Let's totally read it. Right, here's one that makes more sense. Bertram. Yeah. That was the name of an old dog we had, was Bertram. He got put down because he had rabies. Here's another one. Catherine Mountain Coach. Very good name there. I kept the boxes around because I always figured they might make as some good firewood in the future. Again, I would read this, but I can't fucking read. I'm illiterate. Here's a big one. Cranky. That's how I feel on a Monday morning when I don't get me coffee. That's one for the adults out there. Kill me. This one's rather nice. Biplane. I had a ex-girlfriend that said she was bi, and that didn't end up so well, so not a big fan of this one. And finally, before we get on to the main trains, Scrap Trevor. Nothing screams a desirable child's toy like a broken down piece of fucking machinery, yeah? Funny enough, if you take the word scrap, right, cover up these two letters and you add a letter E to the end of that. Right, let's look at some trains then. First ones we have, sorry I'm moving a few of them off to the side here. Have to make sure I don't knock over me lubricant. Danny and Clarabelle, these are Thomas's carriages. I remember these quite fondly because they were always in the opening shot that would play at the start of every episode. As soon as that song ended, it was probably a pretty good indicator of when Dad was getting out the old belt. But there's these two. They were plastic, these two, which I didn't mind because when my dad did get angry with me, these hurt a lot less than some metal being thrown at you. So quite nice. You put them together like so, that, and they go well with Thomas, obviously. Obviously, you're not supposed to put them on the fucking carpet, but I don't give a fuck anymore. Here's this one. I just realised I thought he didn't have a face there for a minute. Sorry. I'm slightly retarded. I'm not sure of this one's name, to be honest with you. It looks like looks like a Jake. Maybe this is Jake. Not too sure. I always like the sound this one made. It's got quite a soothing sound to it. Just a very nice sound. Much nicer sound than your dad hitting your mum over the head with a bass from the kitchen. Nice one, this one. I just realised I didn't put the other ones in the background. Let's make this a bit more visually appealing, since I know people who watch this channel are definitely on the spectrum, and I know visually appealing stuff is good for you. It's good for you. Here's this one. This one's name is 16. Very creative. I do remember this one from the books. My uncle was quite a big fan of this one, because his name was 16. That was his preferred age of girlfriend at the time. Right, last one. I don't know, well, you can see that one. Emily. This one's quite a nice looking engine. I know I'm playing a bit of a character right now, but I honestly can't even say anything sarcastic on this one. This one's genuinely actually really nice. Sorry, can't think of anything funny for this. This is just a really fucking nice toy, that one. Okay, you know what? I'll do one more, since that one was a bit of a letdown. Here's this one. Not a train, but he's about the size of one. Fat fuck. This is the fat controller. He's the man in charge. I used to think he looked a bit like the Monopoly man, but probably with not as much money. But fine looking figurine. Looks a bit like a game board piece with the base on him. Granted, if he didn't have the base on him, he'd probably fall down the stairs, just like my old nan did. Quite nice though. This one, made out of metal too, which is good from a quality standpoint. But again, getting hit in the head with this compared to a plastic figure hurts like hell. All right, sorry, my apologies for how long this video went on for, but I don't feel like making any fucking poorly retold, so kill yourself.